Azimio leaders now want President William Ruto to take responsibility for the unprecedented turn of events during Monday's mass action protest, accusing the government of sponsoring the violence meted out on them and their supporters. The leaders further pointed an accusing finger at Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Majority Leader in the National Assembly Kimani Ichung'wah, and other government-allied leaders whom they allege bankrolled the invasion on the property associated with the family of retired President Uhuru Kenyatta.
As the Azimio leadership condemned the Northlands and Spectre East Africa invasions, they had their eyes set on the government's top leadership, pointing an accusing finger at President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua for sponsoring and facilitating chaos during their mass protest on Monday.
The state, under the direction of Ruto and Gachagua, did everything to ensure the protests degenerate into chaos and lead to death.
The day would have ended without much incident, but as we left Kibra along the Langata bypass exit, they lobbed our convoy and the supporters who were escorting us out with tear gas.
The Azimio leaders also condemned the invasion and destruction of property associated with former President Uhuru Kenyatta's family in Northlands City along the eastern bypass in Ruiru. Azimio leader Raila Odinga termed the act as thuggery, hooliganism and primitive, while accusing the deputy president and the majority leader in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichung'wah, of orchestrating the invasion.
Anyone with any property in any part of the country has every reason to fear. Anyone with a sizable piece of land business must be very afraid. We have every reason to believe that other properties will be invaded in the coming days.
The leaders further questioned the silence of the international community over the police acts of brutality meted out on them and their supporters during the protests, which they insist were peaceful.
We note the overwhelming silence of our international friends.
We will remember not the words of our enemies, but the loud silence of our friends.
The leaders later visited Kibra, holding indoor talks with the communities that clashed on Monday before proceeding to Kenyatta's Northlands farm in Ruiru to assess the extent of damage.
This is an obvious act, and we want to put it clearly. This is a criminal enterprise organized, perpetrated by those who are in authority and hiring or holding senior positions in this regime.
The leaders are hoping the goons who looted the Kenyatta farm and the financiers of the barbaric act will be brought to book.